Now, Brian, do you have Brian? Oh God, this is going to be so. Well, how about yeah, Brian.
Perfect.
Do you have any? Did you ever have any reptiles when you were growing up? I wanted one, but never had one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. My dad was a big dog guy, so we always had dogs.
Oh God, that must have been terrifying.
It was
Oh, I'm sorry. He was into dogs. I got you.
my grandfather was a big hunter, so they always had like bird dogs and stuff around. So we always had dogs. I had a guinea pig, very short lived, but no, I don't think I had. I don't know. I don't think I had one either.
How
like
did the guinea pig die?
It was one of those where it just disappeared one day. Like I don't know what happened. I think my parents just sort of got tired of probably taking care of it because I was like 8 years old, and they're like, he went to go live with someone.
Brian hates animals, by the way.
Well, I thought that's when I thought the first thing you were doing was asking me if I ever had a reptile, and I'm like, no.
Oh, you don't like animals at all?
Not a fan. No, not really.
I mean, we should not talk about this on the main episode.
No.
This makes people very angry with Brian, and we should not discuss it on the main episode.
I don't have pets either. I'm with you. I don't have pets currently.
No.
And it's great. No. It is. It's like being childless, except better.
Oh no! And I just want everyone who's listening. I just want you to know that the Bryans are doing a bit when they say they don't like animals and pets. They actually love them, and I know for a fact, Brian, Murder Brian, I know he has 3 cats and 2 dogs.
I don't have any animals. Number one, and let me just say this: I don't hate animals. Mm-hmm. I hate having animals in my house.
You hate having them in captivity.
Yeah.
Well, no, and to be clear, it's not an issue of that. It's not like morally or anything like that. That's not where his issue is. He hates having them around. It's not an ethical thing.
You know what I had always heard about reptiles is that you get them in your house and your house starts to smell bad. Like near the thing. That was always the kind of thing that my parents would say.
Interesting.
But that is interesting because I wonder what it would smell like.
Shit, maybe. My parents had 2 huge smelly dogs, so I think they just didn't like lizards, because I'm sure my brother would have got them. Like when we grew up, we had a few pets. We had a few dogs. Mm-hmm. We had 2 Newfoundlands, and they would swim in our pool. And my parents would never bathe them either. They would swim in our pool, and then they would come in the house and shake the water off of them all the time. And that was really the point where I was like, I can't have some of these animals in the house. And then we got rats at one point. Not like we were infested with rats.
Like pet rats.
Pet rats. Yeah. And in my home, the one I run, we had a hamster at one point named Henry Houdini and a beta fish named Brock Lesnar for a period of time. But that was really all we ever had in this house.
Did you say you had a beta fish?
Well, yeah. Isn't that what they're called? They're like beautiful, but they're cheap.
That's kind of interesting, though, because, when I grew up, I had an alpha fish.
Okay.
Oh,
that's kind of interesting. That sort of makes sense though when you think about it.
But it's weird. Like, weren't the betas? They used to be named Siamese fighting fish.
Yes.
Like, I don't think you can call it that. So really, the betas are the alphas of the fish world. I have betas too. I have a fish tank, so I guess I do have. But yeah, beta. If you can't have 2 betas together, they'll fight each other.